We're going to go to another product demo. This one's pretty cool too. I drew pictures, ladies and gentlemen. I drew pictures for you. So when you go and have an opportunity to go look at your YouTube, you can look at my pictures or go to my website. Probably Monday or Tuesday I'll have them up here. But what we're going to be talking about, I get a lot of stuff from Blackjack Firearms. I talked to you about him a lot. He's a gun manufacturer who lives right across the road from me, and he's a personal friend of mine. And I have a great opportunity where I can go into his location and look at all the goodies that he's putting together and all the different types of parts and say, hey, John, Blackjack Firearms, if you want to go there and check it out, it's bjfirearms.biz. But he's got all sorts of stuff that deals with ARs, AKs, Cerakotes, the whole works. But we were talking about slings from Centex Tactical, so I wanted to talk about sling adapters that go on the rifle. Now, once again, I'm going to bring my rifle back into screen here. And it doesn't matter how many times you pick up your weapon. You're always going to check to make sure it's not loaded. The weapon is clear. For those of you looking on the screen, if you'll notice, right back here at the back side of the receiver where the stock goes into the receiver, there's a metal plate. That's a receiver end plate. And normally when you get the gun with no bells and whistles, it's just a piece of metal that's shaped to the gun and it holds in some springs. It allows the pistol tube not to twist, and the locking nut puts pressure on it to keep it into place. Plain Jane simple. Well, they make 1,000,001 different types of sling adapters that you can replace that with. I am going to show you just a few and show you how far they can differ and expand on creativity. First of all, right here I'm showing on the screen the real product. That's about the size of it, okay? It's about the size of half of my thumb. This is the part that goes on the gun. You'll notice the tip that sticks up to keep it centered so it doesn't twist or wobble. Okay, but that's the receiver back plate. And what they do from the receiver back plate, and what it is, ladies and gentlemen, it's a piece of metal. It's shaped to the conformity of the gun. And what they've done is they've attached things to the side of it so that you can put on these single point slings. This one here is a modified one, and I'll talk about this one in a little bit because that's one of my favorite ones. But I wanted to draw a bigger picture so you could see. This is the shape. For you on radio land out there, you're just going to have to go to a computer and look at it. But I'm showing a piece of the gun that is called the receiver back plate. And you'll notice it's just a plain piece of metal. As we advance, what we've done at first, we have a little rectangular slot over to one side. And that rectangular slot is about the width of your web sling. So before they had all these clamps and locks, you basically had the sling on your gun. So they made a slot so that the sling would go through the slot, and it would put the sling, instead of being all the way at the end of the gun, it would be put it at the midpoint, which enables the gun to rest on your body differently than if it was in its normal sling position. Okay, so now we move a little bit further. We're going to advance a little bit further. Same piece of metal, but now instead of it having a slot, it has a little ring on one side. The ring is for single point sling adapters, or single point slings with the hooks that go into the adapter. And then finally, they got even more creative. On one side, they put the slot for the web sling, and they also attached a little further out a spot that you can connect your single point sling with the hook. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the only problem with this, and further on, they have ambidextrous, so they'll have this picture with these parts on the other side as well. So whatever they have on one side, they can put them on both sides. They can have it on the left side. They can have it on the right side. It all depends what you want, and there are so many out there. But let me make a comment. When you start putting these sling adapters on your rifle, AR-15, okay, we'll say, and you've got these wings sticking out on the side, sometimes it can get in the way. The wings will be on either side of the gun if it's an ambidextrous, or it'll be on the side of the gun that you choose, left or right, depending on if you're left or right-handed. So what I'm getting at is this. If you're not experienced with using a sling adapter and you go through all the trouble to buy one and you put it on, make sure you know what you want. If you're a left-handed shooter, make sure it's opposite, because the last thing you want to do is have something digging into your hand that's unnecessary. That's the reason why I was telling you I saved this one for last. This one's a Magpul sling adapter. It fits directly behind the receiver of the gun. And once again, I'm pulling my gun up here and we're checking it out, and it's clear. And right behind the receiver is this Magpul sling adapter. It has a ring that goes underneath the tube and gives 180-degree movability with the sling. I can go from left to right very quickly without any binding or hindrances, and there's no wing sticking out to hurt my hands. So this is one of my favorite ones. Now, if you go to blackjackfirearms.biz, he's going to have a whole bunch of stuff on his website showing different types of guns, different types of accessories, and that's what's nice about talking with John. If you say, hey, I'm thinking about a gun for this particular reason, and I want this type of coating on it, and I need these type of accessories, he's going to show you all these different types of things that you can put on your gun, and he can make it for you, customize it just the way you want it. So I highly recommend go to bjfirearms.biz, check out his website, and look at all the sling adapters, look at all his different rifles, and you'll see all the different types of configurations that you could do for yourself, whatever your situation holds. So check it out, bjfirearms.biz, and those are sling adapters. It's very hard to do it over the radio, but go to the website, check out the video, or go to the KTEM YouTube channel and check it out there.